Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome. My name is Steven ESC, and today I am playing Minecraft again on the Citadel server. Ha ha ha! Thank you to whoever that was for the host. I didn't actually jump out of my seat this time. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Apologize for the slight delay. We were running into shenanigans. Over about things that should not have been happening. Sorry, it was I'm feeling a little discombobulated and a little all over the place because things that should have worked right away chose to not work right away. So now we're going for a nap. And we'll come back and say hello to chat. Cool. So I see we had Cosmic in there right away. And followed by Alabar. Thank you both very much for coming in. Hello. Got the Black Sheep in there and Firepith as well. Right on. And Manmate's here as well. Cool. And I apologize if I missed anyone. I'm very sorry because my my Twitch chat was being moody, so I did not see all the messages coming in right at the very beginning. And that was part of the issue. So we're doing a bit of a farming thing again because we need the Shroomlights we need a stack of Shroomlights. So we're going to go do a bit of farming there, and we've got some holes to fill. We get stuffs. So if it's going to be a bit of a chill stream, not anything big on the. We saw a burning skeleton over there, one of my favorite things. And I was going to comment on the creeper in the background there, but it did despawn, so that's fantastic. Let's go get this here. Oh, great. Nice, double strike. Cool. And I'm in the mood for bones now because we're looking to grow more of these here. I keep wanting to call them trees, but these massive mushrooms. And sorry, Firepith, you mentioned improvement. Was that on the opening? My opening intro? Feel like that's an improvement now? Or was there something else that I missed? Alright, bone meal. Hey Imaging Ying, welcome on in, good to have you here. Oh, that's a lot of bone meal. I guess I don't technically need that bone meal yet. But that's fine. So we need tally. So what we need to do is oh, we've got space. Okay, I was going to say we need to unload that which we do not need, but I think we're doing all right. Mainly that you didn't get surprised by the hosting notification. Fair enough. All right. Better start than usual because I'm almost always a wee bit startled by the notification. So yeah, I'm trying this new intro thing. I'm not sure if it'll stick or maybe just because I'm tired of saying welcome to Streamin' with Steven, but I haven't said that the last two streams. Nobody's cried about it, so it must be an okay thing. But I'm just not sure that Streamin' with Steven is... Oof! Fallen with Steven, more like it. Oh, double oof. It's something I want to say, I guess, with my... As my intro every time, I'm not sure. I'm doing pretty well, Imaging. How are you? I'll just add that back in. Just to make it safe to get around, seeing as I'm a little fall prone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday so far. Sunday fun day. Another host, thank you very much. But I'm not getting notifications as to who is actually doing the hosting. So I apologize on that front, but I appreciate it all the same. Now that I can remember what the boing noise is without actually freaking out. I welcome it. Alright. feel this is a game now. Well, one of the things I was thinking of adding, I think I'm actually going to just add random noises. And for viewpoints, you can actually do random noises, and possibly I might. And I think it was either Frostburn or Firepith who suggested maybe doing a creeper sound as well, to see if we can kind of get a jump scare out of me, just for kicks. Because Minecraft isn't stressful enough on its own, right? That might be nice to add a few more just fun things to the game. To the stream, anyway. Oh yeah? Cool. Are they just fun noises, or are they specific to trying to get a jump scare out of you or something, or just... I haven't decided what I want to do yet, because I make silly little voice sounds, and I thought it might be fun to have some of those in there, but perhaps those are ridiculous and only self-serving for my own entertainment. Oh, really? Sir Pink raided with a party of 1. Thank you very much, Sir Pink. Welcome on in. Donald Duck.
Oh boy.
And that's all, because that's all I can say is a Donald Duck voice. I'll have to work on it a bit more, like record it 500 times. So how are you doing, Sir Pink? Hope your stream went well. Always appreciate the raid. Alright, because we need some bone meal. We need a stack of Shroomlights. Well, Shroomlights is the thing we need. The thing we need. I have a mixed creeper sound because it was requested. Morgan Freeman quote. A couple of random sounds. Morgan Freeman quote. That's funny. Nice. Good to know. Because I was just thinking about it, just trying to think of extra little things you could add. That would be amusing. So just the people didn't have to save up a ton for viewpoint stuff, or if they just wanted to throw something in. OCF. Oh, Obsidian Clad Fox. Welcome on in. Sorry I didn't see you there. If anybody has any extra thoughts to do for if anybody has any thoughts they'd like to see for some sounds for oh, come on, wrong tool. For adding for viewpoints, just you can let me know in the chat here and I'll try to remember it, or if you're already on Discord, hop over there and add it to the Minecraft chat channel. Not chat channel. Yeah, chat channel. That'd be super swell. And greatly appreciated by yours truly. Look at this obnoxiously tall one over here. How are we gonna take care of that? I have not worked on my Mario voice. I probably should. Oops. Wrong key and wrong tool. Ron's everywhere. That's going pretty well, actually. Actually, now that I realize you haven't been here in a little while. Fox. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to finish clearing this bit, and then we'll go take a... I guess for those who have not been here in a little while, I know Obsidian has not been. I'm not sure if anyone else has been, oops, away for a little while, but I was going to say, just let me grab these because I don't want them to despawn. They are good for the bone meal. So my main project I've been working on for a long time, and you may have been here for that, is the Temple of Ascension, which is a big old staring monument that I've been working on. And so structurally, the entire thing is done. And we've got this really nice, well, I like to think it's really nice floor pattern in here that I'm pretty happy with. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do with it, and it looked very plain for the longest time. So we've got this nice pattern. Suggestions by the Mighty Elkhorn and the Lovely Cosmic to figure out the lighting. We've got the Shroomlights with what is it? Glow lichen. Oh, the lava columns. Oh, it has been a while. So those are all done. Done. And provide a nice glow on the inside. And this pattern here actually keeps the entire place lit, so that no mobs can show up. One of the problems was that these areas right here, even with the lava, would drop down to a 7. So mobs would spawn in the corners and then come in, which was a drag. So I used to have wall posts like that down in the corners, but I took them out. And I'm basically messing up the area a little bit, putting vines and things on it. So part of what I decided is I'm just going to put lights and then like piles of leaves in the corners. So now I need to do that on all the floors, so I'm just looking to get the Shroomlights. Oh, I shouldn't have slept. I should have shown off. Okay, next time it starts to get dark, I'll show it off at nighttime, because that's one of the great things about it, is the entire thing now glows. Because this floor and all the upper floors have Shroomlights in them. And I also did this thing where the floors are two blocks thick, and so I have the Shroomlights above shining through this andesite wall cross thing going on. So it's all nice and glowy. I'm very happy with it. So this is looking a little overrun with vines, which is pretty cool. And like little pockets of trees and things all the way up. So pretty pleased with how it's coming. I think once I get these, I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do vine-wise, because I'm not sure if they're supposed to, but all these vines seem to be growing upwards. I did not realize that was a thing. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, so I did not know that vines would grow upwards. So I had a vine placed right here, and then glow lichen placed next to it, so they would grow down. But now it seems to have grown up and over. So I might just I might just let them fill entirely up with vines and just go, well, vines are going to do what vines are going to do, and that's probably what would happen naturally, so why not? And we got weirdness over here too, like, what's going on there? Let's just grow down, skip a block, go to the side. I don't know. But I've at least managed to space these out up at the top with some glow lichen, so. But for now, we need the vines in Minecraft grow where, yeah, exactly. Minds of their own, 100%. Oh, and I'm not sure if anyone else is using Stream Beats by Harris Heller for the music when they stream, but he just recently released a cool Christmas list as well. So it's the similar sounding lo-fi kind of electronic music, but it's pretty impressive because it's still electronic music, and he's just changed some notes and, you know, pings and dings and things around, and it sounds a little festive. It's pretty cool. So I've added it to the list. We may not get it in the mix today, but no, this is one we hear all the time. Thanks, imagining. It's or imaging-ing. It's one of the reasons why I like it. It's kind of not so obnoxious that it takes over, and I like to think it matches what I hope is a chill vibe of the stream. I actually listen to it while I'm working sometimes. It's a typoed name? Was it supposed to be something else? And you just went with it? I hear a Christmas tune, I'm out. It's November. Well, it's not like it's, you know, jingle bells or anything. What child is this level of Christmas? It's just... You may not even be able to tell that it's a Christmas tune. I'm just letting you know it's a thing that's out there. Sounds good. Username, I just wanted to have... Imagining is the name, but it was taken, so... Just made this. It ruins every streamer's mind. Exactly. Makes us all, our brains melt a little bit. Imagining? Oops. Let's get a carrot in this face here. It looks like we're hungry. Alright. So I'm not sure... I'm not sure, can anyone else confirm? Do these, I guess, warped wood forests even grow in the overworld without adding bone meal? Because I tried to let them grow on their own and I hung out, let this sit in the background while I was working for my workday one time. I got nothing. Not a single one grew, so I had to come back and bone mealed a lot. Interesting. So nothing automatic but this farm. It is completely manual. Don't even grow in the nether without bone meal. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, McScrewgun. Sorry if I missed you pop in earlier. Welcome on in. Boop, boop. We get 12 Shroomlights so far. And that's not even trying. So what we'll do is we will probably grow this farm a couple times and take it down, but I don't really... I know I need it, but I don't feel like doing this the entire time. So maybe we will just do what we need to finish off the bottom floor. Actually, this is probably enough to finish off the bottom floor. We'll go take a look, and then we will go do something else. I was thinking I might take this platform down as well and just start to fill it in. Get ready to clear the grounds for the town of Asteria. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. That was a startling fall. Swinging tally around. I'm not a fan of all things Christmas until, well, in Canada we've got Remembrance Day on November 11th, which is like Veterans Day down in the States. And for me, it feels disrespectful to go full on Christmas until after that. Oops. Is my stream not behaving? I may have to switch Wi-Fis. For I have yet to hardwire this computer in. Fun in your end? Okay. If it seems to go a widespread issue at all, let me know. And then I will switch the Wi-Fis. The Wi-Fi's, which is actually how you say it in French, apparently. Le Wi-Fi. Well, I don't like poor stream quality at all, so if there's anything I can do, I will. But unfortunately, if it's not on my end, there's not much I can do. Oh, I was hoping that would work. I wonder if we should do like, we should do another adventure stream one of these days. Just say, yeah, there are stair monuments that need fixing and building, but let's get out there and just fight some zombies and some skellies. I'm excited for 1.18 because I want to get back to my single player world. Like I enjoy playing on the Citadel, but I've been really wanting to get into just the adventuring and starting from scratch aspect of things again. And I don't want to start from scratch only to on a pretend world and while I'm waiting, only to have to then wait again, or to start from scratch again once 10.18 comes out. So I know it's basically end of year is the release, quote unquote release date. They haven't really made any firm dates yet, right? Because it might be a fun thing to do over the holidays. Team up for an adventure one of these streams? You can use stream time? Sure, that'd be awesome. Promise not to shoot me. Accidental shooting happens. That's cool. I'm down with that, but I'm not always one for the unless you're doing PvP, of course. That'd be fun to try. Exactly. Well, if the promise is to try not to. I'm good with that. Oh, I left it too high. Boo, Steven, boo. Well, since we've got an area already cleared, let's just make use of that. Quickly, for it is almost night time and the badlings will come out soon. Ooh, the badlings. I like that word. Wonder where I can use the word badlings in a way that in another capacity. Or maybe somebody's already come up with, I'm sure someone's come up with that word before, but I don't recall ever hearing it. You're much nicer than my kids in Minecraft all the time. I think if it's the point of it, then I'm down with it. But if I'm kind of focused in on something and try to build something nice, and then somebody decides to off me and then explode and all my things go all over the place and I lose some stuff, makes for a slightly grumpy Steven. Cool, I will, Cosmic, thanks. Oops, wrong key. Alright, and then we'll do this. Then we will replant. And we might take a mental break. Oh, that was really close. Right in my face. And then we'll start maybe, if not leveling off this area, we'll start figuring out. Take this down, and maybe we'll start planning the outskirts of the town. I think it'd be fun. Oh, Cosmic, I'm not sure if Alistair had followed up with you with his explosion thing from your stream the other day. Apparently he did tons and tons of testing to make sure that the way it exploded would do no damage on you. So it's pretty impressive. A pretty impressive prank, all things considered. I mean, not always good for the nerves, obviously. Putting it there again. What is this instrument? I don't know. It almost sounds like just a synthesizer keyboard type thing, but it sounds like it could be slightly oboe-ish if it had a thing. That's what I would possibly think it'd be. Alright, so I'm not sure what to do with all this warped wood. I guess we need some warped wood for that, Cosmic, we do need some warped wood for the hallway heading out toward the giant warped mushroom, don't we? So maybe If you don't have any already, then we'll use this warped stem for the walls in that hallway. How's that sound like a plan? How's that sound like for a plan? Not how does it sound like English. How does that sound for a plan? Awesome. Good, because this basically means this is a doubly useful farm. We get things we need for me, and for you, and for all the good of the Citadel. There's another mushroom. Holy smokes, it's taking a while for mushrooms to show up. And I went and visited some nether skeletons today to get some bone meal, so I don't think we'll be at a shortage. Holy smokes though, mushrooms, come on. Nothing? Well, at least we can bone meal this stuff. Interesting, I mean, everybody probably knew this already, but you can pretty much bone meal anything vegetable. I also, just to make sure I had enough bone meal, I went into Dartmouth Meadows and grabbed a few stacks of carrots because there were a bunch of them. And I thought, yeah, I'll give these a go. Sure enough, just like real life, you can compost carrots. Oops. I did not mean to click that button. But since I have mushrooms on me, I'm just going to plant the mushrooms. I'll compost this stuff first. Yep, you... Actually, hold on. Can we do twisting vine? We can. That makes a lot of sense, seeing as they're vegetation as well, but I just hadn't thought of it. I feel like I dropped something over here, did I? I did. Just one thing, but that's okay. Alright, let's go plant some mushrooms around. Herding cat sneaks in and sits at the back. How nice of you to join us, herding cats. Could you please explain what the class we were just talking about for the past 5 minutes? Awkward silence. Oh my goodness, you're gonna eat up all my bone meal, aren't you? Whoa! I appreciate you who sprout up after one. Nice. That's probably pretty darn good coverage. So we'll take this lot down again, and then we'll take that down. That platform's been there for a while, and it was super useful when I needed it, but now it's yeah, it is no longer needed. So I'm just checking my chat to make sure I didn't miss anyone popping in there. Okay. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Cosmic, I had a couple trees in the face before the stream started. Where should I go up this time? Oh, you can basically climb up this area, I think. But probably not. Always have to like to have my route up. I don't think we're gonna have a good one this time. Oh no, I think we'll be able to get up. Just not all the way up over there. Alright, there we go. We got it. Took a little while to get there, but we'll manage. I realized I said I was going to just do those ones first, but... Alright, turns out I'm a liar. Oliver had a question above your nonsense. Sorry. How's your teaching go? Oh, the teaching, I've only done one class so far. It did not go as well as I would have liked, for no fault of my own. It's just because one of the teachers fell ill, and, you know, without getting to the details, they needed some quick replacements and this is one of the full-time instructors in the design program, so they They basically reached out to the people they've worked with before, or others that they knew, and hired 5 different instructors who, basically like me, all have full-time jobs and each took one of the classes. 5 or 6 full-time, 5 or 6 replacement instructors. And so I only got access to the course files that day when I was teaching the class. So it was very much, so Adobe InDesign, let's take a look at this thing I've never seen before and try to make sense of it. But the students were really great. They understood that I had, just shown up, happy to be there, and so they're champs. Very keen group, which I appreciate. Yeah. What did I miss? The McScrew gun say? You're not sneaking finance. Oh yes. No worries at all. I often basically pop into Cosmic's stream during the workday and just say lurking, just to let them know that I'm there listening. So it's all good. McScrew gun is correct, but it's what we all do. Plus, that's what the italics is for, just the action, not the words. And Fulmer pops in. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. I fall asleep. I've even told people at work, I fall asleep at meetings. I'm the guy who falls asleep at meetings. I've even warned people at work. If it's not engaging, I don't tell the people who are presenting to their face, but like if it's a group presentation where the CEO has brought in a speaker on a specific topic and they just drone on, and I'm sitting in my office, like at home, I'm sitting in my office, and the heat is a little warmer than usual because the computers have been on for a while, very monotone voice, and I'm just expected to sit there and listen. Ain't gonna happen. I am the dude that will nod off in the back corner of like even in actual in-person meetings I've nodded off in the back of presentations. I don't want to. It's just going to happen. So take no offense. Oh, looks like it's almost Betty Bye time again. See if we can get this tree done before bedtime. Now the race is on. Can he do it? Before he gets shot out of the sky by something not so nice. Oops. Almost fell down. Very tired. Moved a lot of concrete tiles first half of the day, and they're used for path. Oh my goodness. Like basically you had all the weather stacked against you whilst completing said task. I too would be tired. I think what I'm going to do is take all those torches down eventually and place, embed Shroomlights into the walls as well when I've got enough, just so the entire thing can be lit in a consistent manner. Let me grab these. Compost some more goodies. I am going to need some more glow lichen as well, so... At first I was thinking, there's no way we're going to run out of bone meal. We're doing well. But there's always a way to run out of bone meal. Not used to manual physical labor, my stamina. I hear you. I haven't done very much of that at all in the last little while, so every time I do it, it feels just... Like when I was probably about, it was 4 years ago, maybe, when I was like running and training for my marathon, and not my marathon, but for a marathon. A lot of that stuff was way easier, but now I'm just a desk dude recently. Find it all very difficult. So you have my sympathies. But I mean, other than the fact that we need this warped wood, or not warped wood, what is it? Warped root? Warped stem for the hallway. Is there anything else you can do with them? Other than building materials? Because I find the turquoisey color not always the most compatible color-wise with things, so... It's not like you can't use them to make charcoal, which is annoying. I thought, great, I'm gonna have a ton of charcoal. We'll be good to go. Nope. Get back into running in marathons. I miss it like crazy, but it's just like my joints have decided, no, the warranties run out. I just learned of the dramathon in Scotland. You get a dram of scotch every mile you run. Oh, how much is a dram? Is it like a shot? The wood is fireproof, so that's... Oh, it's fireproof. I did not know that. Huh. Fair enough, fair enough. That was at Fulmer, so... Still, I sympathize with the pain. The pain that sometimes or usually follows. Oh, 2 shots in a bit. If you run, okay. That's not bad. I mean, for those who are in it, for those who are in it for the scotch only, yeah, that's not great at all. But man, that'd be a super great way to dehydrate yourself. I'm just gonna go drink a shot of scotch a mile. I've got buckets lined up at the end so you can throw up once you're done the race. Let's just take down this one over here. You'd be really happy. That's right. What do you mean after party? You just had it the entire race. You should be more grateful. Oh, there's another one over here. That one I did not see. All right. Turn the wood into sticks and trade them all? True. Yeah, sticks are a usable thing, which is good. Wait a second. So can't cook... No, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Oh, I must have put some in there by accident. Okay, wait a second. So I can't... Can't burn wood. Can you burn sticks? I don't understand what's happening. Oh, right. Oh, some fell in there. Now I understand how have things set up. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Things just got felled into the wrong spots. I guess what I was looking to try, which I didn't do a very good job of, let's just do this for now. Just chuck all the charcoal over here for now. Can you burn with sticks? Now I just need something to cook. Yes. So I could always just... Okay. Just takes 2 of those to burn a log. Interesting. Alright, that's good to know. So, I mean, it's not like... if we still have a need for it. Sorry, folks, I realized I went a bit quiet there trying to sort things out. We still have a need for it because we need the warp stem for the hallways that Cosmic and I are... The Cosmic is working on, that I helped her with a little bit. But it's good to know that they have another use as well, so I can actually burn them. Once they're broken down to stick level, they no longer resemble the warped wood, so... Almost done this, and then I'm just take a break from it. So I kind of enjoy doing this every once in a while, but there are times where I just reach a point in the harvest or the resource gathering where I go, nope, brain needs something else. So we'll switch to looking at the outlying area of the town after this, because that's going to be the next big part of this. Tree there? It is. Actually, which one do we come up? We come up that side, so let's take this one down over here. Am I calling the stair monument mostly or nearly done in that case? Other than the lighting and trying to figure out the vines on it, it is structurally, it's entirely done. The only thing that I might change, well, the only thing that's going to change, which I don't really feel like is a structural thing, is I am eventually going to put a statue at the top. A statue to the goddess Asteria, which is the same name as the town. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to do that after the town or before the town. Couple more hours to spare. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Cosmic. Thank you. Boop. And then... Boop. Wait, does charcoal go in there? No, where's the charcoal going? No, wait, that's not what I meant. This is charcoal was supposed to go back in there, but I guess I don't really need it. It's not doing what I want it to anymore. So we can back over there. Alright, so once we get this done... Actually, once we're done this, we will go place the Shroomlights that we have, and then count how many more we need. And then we will move on to another thing. Okay. Down we go. So I'm an avid sufferer of headaches. Avid's probably not the right word, but a sufferer of perpetual headaches. Get them all the time, and they last for more than one day at a time, which is just the worst. But I sort of realized recently that if I wear a hat that's loose, that seems to apply a tiny bit of pressure all the way around, it actually goes a really long way to alleviate the pain of the headache. Like I would take Tylenol or ibuprofen, or put like something called Tiger Balm on my temples, trying to get rid of the headache, and the last time I had one, it just would not work. And so I wore this it actually happens to be a running baseball cap that I have, and it's super light, and I just loosened it a bit so that it just felt like it applied the tiniest bit of pressure all the way around. And man, it felt pretty great. I just wore it for the entire day. Yeah, wore it for the entire day. Anytime I took it off, it was a bit of a drag. I could feel the headache coming back on, but I just put it back on again, and felt pretty all right. Oh my goodness, we got 40 Shroomlights. Actually, Cosmic, I don't know if I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that I'll need the hand, because I will probably, with one more harvest, I only needed to stack total. So between 2 farming sessions, I got 40 of them. So one more should probably give me all that I need. So I appreciate the offer, but I think we're gonna be good. Yeah, thanks, Fulmer. It's actually the last time I was Fulmers, I should say. I don't know why. I apologize. I keep dropping the S on that. Oops. Let's get rid of some of these resources over here. It's actually the last day I streamed. Thursday was when I had the headache, or one of the 2 days I had the headache. They usually span multiple days, like an epic tale spanning multiple generations. What was I saying? Yes, so Thursday was the day, or was the last time I was streaming, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to, but I wore the hat most of the day and felt pretty fine afterwards. That was good. Leaves growing up through. Where is it coming from? Oops. Is it from a vine? Oh, it's from the leaf block texture thing add-on. Interesting. I did not notice that pop up before. Here we go. Lighting it up. Can I get over here? Or do I need any over there? I do not. Oops, I forgot to do the outside of this one though. So we got 12 left. This will take 6 of them. Would you come gather some stuff for me? Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, you don't need to be there. Alright, I filled in the lava that was over there before, so... Oh yes, and you're not supposed to be there either. I don't believe I have any blocks to fill you yet. I do not. Okay. Yes, but if it's dirt, I have loads. You're nice. Cosmic just seems to know. Alright, so I need all of these pillars along there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I need the entire 5th one. Actually, I do. 5. Yes. So 5 times 4. I need 20 more. 21 more. So So based on the haul that I just got from the 40 of them that I got from 2 farms worth, I think 1 more farming should be good. Although, if you happen across more Shroomlights Cosmic, like don't go farming them for me, but if you happen across more of them, that'd be cool. Because I'd like to go and replace all of these glow ones that I've got around. I'm just going to take this one back down as a test. So I need 22 of them, technically. Oh, right, I can take one of you and one of you for the blocks that I just dug out. Ooh, hooray! Oh no, that's good. That's supposed to be there. So I was a big boy today. I actually wore my my elytra into the nether earlier. Something I don't usually do. But I thought, you know what? No one's going to take you seriously if you keep changing out of your elytra going into the nether, Steven. You can do it. Alright, so, oops. Not the plan. Why, oh why, great Steven, would there be a random stair over there? That would be because I have a channel point reward called the perfect spot. And so if you spend 1,234 viewpoints on perfect spot, wherever I am, as long as it matches the decor around, I will place a stair. I will not do that in someone else's world though. Unless it matches. Like I won't mess up someone's, like if I'm walking through Alistair's cathedral or something and somebody does the perfect spot, they're just going to have to wait until I leave the area because it's not fair for me to ruin someone else's build. Alright. So I thought I had glow lichen on me. But I did not. I didn't have any. Of course, like in true Steven style, I totally forgot where I would have put it had I actually any remaining. My goodness, I just missed that. Did you just create that, or has that been there for a while? I'm just slow. What do I think? Now, this sounds familiar. I feel like we talked about this before, but nice. Totally forgot. Alright, actually, let's get Ed Sheeran out here. I totally forgot about that one. That's good. Seeing as the glow lichen does nothing to prevent things from growing upward, there's a far less of a need for it everywhere. Oh, I totally forgot you. I keep forgetting that you can climb vines. It always startles me a little bit, but also makes me very happy. Oops. Let's put Ed Sheeran away. Let's put some carrots in our face. Carrots are good, even though they're messy. And then we are going to, cover this up over here. Herding cats. Talk about it. I caught you with a completed a bingo as well. Right. True. This is the wake up you need. Cool. Because those glow, I like the color of these, but they're just a little too in your face. I think that looks good. Looks good. And then actually, instead of putting glow lichen right there, I think what we should probably do sometimes is also... Huh. Actually, I wonder what vines would look like on it. Ed Sheeran, darling, would you be a dear and get me some of those vines hanging over there? Lovely. Oh. Yeah. That would probably look fine, except for... Oh, but I could have vines sort of tumbling down over the walls. Maybe I'll do that some as well. Interesting. Oops, I actually meant to grab something else while I was in here. Pardon me, folkses. We're just taking the one for now because we're going to go do other things. I just want to see what this would look like. Place that right there. Yeah, we'll do that occasionally as well. Dress up the area with some leaves and stuff. Oh yeah. It's all coming together now. Makes perfect sense. So this morning when I was going to stream, I decided to come on and just like, I'll do a bit of like, you know, messing around, getting some resources ready, doing this, doing that. And then I looked up and it's like 4 minutes until stream. Holy schmoly. So that's one of the dangers of not paying attention. So I would like to thank my sons Frostburn and Firepith for helping me devise this farm, for the collection system for this farm. So will not go to waste because I will be using it again when I move this down to Town's Edge. Just for right now, there's no need for me to keep this up since I'm not using it, and it's right in the middle of where the town's going to be. So we gotta take this down. Take it down. Oh, one nice thing is all the resources, when they fall down, will just get picked up by the water farm down below. That's pretty cool. Snowballs are always one of those things where they amuse me and irritate me equally, I think. So when I'm not paying attention, they just fill up my inventory like crazy. But they're fun to throw things. I wish it were like the ultimate weapon against some things, like blazes, for example, since they shoot fire at you. It'd be amazing if Snowball was the ultimate weapon against them. The dam. Did I miss something? Sorry, imaging. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Or did I say something that I did not realize? That's always something I'm slightly worried about. Not that I have a huge potty mouth, but try to keep everything about the stream PG-13. Generally, even if possible, but just worried sometimes something's gonna slip through. I just came in when you said a dam. Alright, cool. So no slip on my part. It's all good. Just throw the snowballs at Alistair. See, that would be kind of like an online prank thing that'd be funny. It almost could, because it sounds like you're taking damage when you get hit, or it feels like it, but you just get knocked back. And then basically you've just introduced snowball fight. Strange that you walk backwards. Oops. Quicker diagonally. Oops. And most of this stuff should be falling in the water. Nice. Snowballs do damage to blazes, just not a whole... Oh, they do damage, okay. Ah! Alright. Joel coming back from a break to turn around to see me and Alice just... Nice. The snowball update. Yep. I'd be down for that. Like, some of these things, I wish... I like them all, but I wish there was, like... very specific... Basically, like, eggs. Or what? No, what was it? Not... Yeah, eggs are completely useless. Except for making more chickens. You should be able to eat eggs. You should be able to cook them and eat them. Because all things considered, still a cruelty-free... Like, you don't have to kill anything to actually get food that way. Or you should be able to throw eggs at one specific badling. And it should deal us like a special kind of damage. I don't feel like eggs should be... Oh! We're doing it again. I don't think eggs should be bad for everything. You just damage one kind of creature. Since it is a projectile after all. Oops. I don't know why I'm not going up there. Baby zombies, yeah. I mean, it would involve a new texture, but it'd be great if you could throw eggs. If you could throw eggs at something and blind it, oh, that'd be cool. Yard sale. If I fall from an unexpected height and yard sale all over the place, then that is, that would be it. I think, anyway. Oh, come on. Steven, you can do this. Let's see, looks away. My dies falling from a high place. That's what it is. Because it's basically, that's when it's called, the incident is technically called, well, not technically, I've called it yard sale. So the whole point is when I land and all my goods go all over the place, then it's considered a yard sale. That would be awesome. Actually, what would be... Oh, I should check. It would be cool, even if you could... I should check to see if you can do that. One time I will voluntarily take gassed damage. See if you can shoot the explosive back at the ghast using snowballs, because if that were the case, instead of having to time the swing of your bow just right, or the swing of your sword just right, or the arrow from your bow, you could sit there and go, basically as a ghast is shooting at you, just go with the hopes that you'd actually hit something. Alright, folks, we're going to test that today. Have a ghast shoot at us, and we're just going to shoot. Yeah, that's what we'll do right after this. Oops. Yeah, we're going to go test it. We're going to go take on a ghast with snowballs. Mwahaha. Won't actually be able to kill it, but if I can redirect its blast back at it, oh yeah. Science! That's right. That's right. Pew, pew, pew. I will put myself in harm's way so you folks don't have to. For science! Oops. Whoa, that was almost a little too far. And one thing I keep forgetting is I keep going, whoa, that was close. Wow, that was close. And I've got I've got an elytra. I just have to remember as I'm falling. Gasbusters, that's right. It's our own little version of Mythbusters. See, this is the downside, because actually, like, maybe what I'll do is I'll take this, build another pillar up right to this platform, because this is a great little viewing platform. Gas busting. Totally. Which I think I'm going to leave. Be able to just leave that. There's no point in rebuilding the entire thing. What's the best way to do this? Which is probably by placing cobblestone, now that I think of it. Oh, let's get out first. Out! Out! I was going to say, since I just collected a bunch of cobblestone, which I clearly did not. Oh, Steven. Welcome to Amateur Hour. Yep, Amateur Hour. Okay. It was a tree farm. It was my first attempt at trying to come up with a design on my own and not really looking at what anyone else did. There's some things in it that didn't go as smoothly as I would have liked, but Firepith and Frostburn helped me figure some things out. And I'm still going to... Oops. Bedtime. I'm going to create another one because I like the idea of creating something that's semi-automated for making charcoal. This Alistair has an automated charcoal maker in town. It's a real sound effect. No. Just me. Alright, Noah, so the next thing we were going to do is go find a ghast. Let's go do it. The only thing we're going to do is put our elytra away because we do not want to lose the amazingness of wings. And I think everything else I'm fairly confident that... I mean, we're just going looking for ghasts to shoot snowballs at. We're not going to... I'm not going near lava or anything like that. Gas-tastic. That's right. Let's get it ready. Of course, every time I've come out here in the last little while, I've heard a ghast. But now that I'm looking for one, probably won't find one. Oops, I don't know why I always go that way. But since we're out here, we'll just go this way for the rest of the way. We do need a command for Firepith. Because he's the brains behind all my redstone stuff that I've done. Yeah, totally no... Yeah, basically whenever there's a redstone thing that I need to figure out, Frostburn is the one. Oh. The Mighty Elkhorn is in! Hello, hello! Welcome on. Oh, those are fake doors. Fake doors! Good to see you, Elkhorn. Glad you can make it. Oh yes, because Pig Linda's surprise supplies. This is a simple redstone circuit, but this is all Firepith here. So basically you come in here, you want some stuff, you just turn on the switch. It drops at a pace of that matches how long it takes them to look at it. And then you shut it off. Grab what you need, and what you don't need falls in down here. It's pretty great. Nothing I really, really need. Although those arrows are useful. Do I have anything on me I don't need? Wait. Blast protection? Guess I don't don't need 2 torches. Or sandstone. I want those arrows. There we go. 17 arrows. That's delightful. Cool. So this, this circuit here, all designed by Monsieur Firepith. Right. Nice try. Don't need those stairs. Steven is doing science. Right. As long as the gas that he can hear. That's funny. I heard a ghast. Went off to show you what Firepith made, and then the gas seems to have gone. Bye-bye. Ooh, I forgot about this. This thing of beauty down here. Ugh. Come on. Where be ye, ghasts? Where be ye? I mean, I was looking for it, but I didn't go for it, and now it's not there. I believe it is. I didn't take a close look at it. I was not involved in the making of it, and I was just popping down there for a brief second to see if the gas was that way. So I apologize. I did not take a close look. Come on, really? No ghasts around? I'm trying to science here, ghasts. Come on. Oops. For science, we need to be well fed. I remember one of my first times coming out here, I got ambushed by 3 ghasts in this area. That's all been probably explored out there, but I feel like maybe that's what we'll do some days. We'll do another adventure. Whoa, just walk backwards? Fantastic. That's one that Cosmic probably won't want to be part of. Shout out to Firepith. Though not a streamer, he's the brains behind most, if not all, of the redstone you see in Steven. Redstone. He's even used on stream. Indeed. Nice, Cosmic. Love it. It's one thing I do like about my streaming is that basically everything I've done in the Citadel has had involvement from my sons, Frostburn and Firepith, because Frostburn he's the design mind, the design eye behind everything I do. Right, come on, Gasty Gast, where are you? Oh, come on. Go. Wait a second. Yes! I killed a ghast with a snowball. So good. Science wins, absolutely. That was so satisfying. Who are you gonna call? Ghastbusters. If you're hearing things and they don't sound good. That was so good. Very pleased with that. I would like to thank you all for pushing me towards my new career of, 100 bits for the science. Thanks, Aldebar, that's awesome. Woohoo! That was fun. True, I have to publish my findings first and then have it reviewed by peers. That's funny. And the neat thing about that, actually make sure there's no piglins in front of me. The neat thing about that is I can just basically do that repeatedly And I have a much greater chance of hitting it than I do with a bow and arrow or the swords. Dear Snowball, I have a newfound respect for your usefulness in the game called Minecraft. Thank you. However, when I need empty inventory slots, you're a pain in the backside, Jar. Nobel Prize. The Snowbell Prize, right? Huh? Huh? A groaner. I know. Right, where's Ed Sheeran? Right. McScrewgun with the lurk. All good. Adulting is pervasive. Ever invasive. Alright, so we're just gonna take all... We may not even need to grow much more glow lichen if it turns out it's useful everywhere, or useless everywhere as a stopper. Just take it off, and then oh yeah, that's one thing I still haven't figured out is do I want draping on the outside or draping on the inside or both? It's all very exciting. I need to figure this out. Both could be good. I just worry that it looks like it'd be too much greenery all over the place. Probably not the world's first, but I considered an original idea that we all came up with. Actually, I forget who had the original thought. I need to go back. Oh, and I missed McScrewgun's question from beforehand. Yeah, the tree farm was to have spruce grow up and climb up and take it down from above. Yes, indeed. And that's when I needed a lot of spruce wood for Cosmic's great oak tree. Not dark enough. I have to wait a moment. There we go. Can never have enough greenery. I just don't want to look... I guess part of me wants it to look overrun, like a run down, but at the same time I feel like this would be a temple of that the town of Asteria would respect, so they would come and they would trim the vines off sometimes, so I don't know if having it overgrown like that would be acceptable, whereas vines growing up the pillars themselves would be fine. So I got stuff to figure out. I wish there were two kinds of vines, ones you could... Or like if you could wax vines so they didn't actually drip down, that would be cool. That'd be an update I'd pay for. Not really Minecraft. I've already paid for this game, I don't want to pay for another update. This Black Sheep's idea? Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, the Black Sheep. Much appreciated. Alright, so we've got that. So let's go and now block off the water so we can fill this in. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of landfill. Feeling we've got tons of stone to fill it in. Oh my goodness. Really? Did that do all the water? Almost. That was so satisfying. And I get just 2 more blocks. The snowball idea to kill gas. Nice. That was great. I thought I was going to have to do all kinds of filling in to... I was going to have to do all kinds of filling. Oh, I can actually leave that dirt there. No, wait, what level do we want? We're going to have to bring it up. So let's take this all down 1 level. You mentioned it verbally and I came up 10 minutes later and... Huh, alright. Well, regardless... Enjoy chit-chatting about things like this, and Even if it wasn't a group idea, I like when chat comes up with group ideas. Most satisfying. Stephen S.E. is wicked smart. Aw, shucks. A lot of my ideas and stuff, or things that have happened on my stream, have come from chat discussion as well, so I'm always appreciative of that. Basically, if I have a question and then somebody comes up with an idea, sometimes chat comes up with the answer. They're like, no, this is what you should do. And they're right. So that's what we do. Other time, it's kind of a joint effort. Where I come up with I wonder if you can do this. Somebody says, well, you can combine it with that. And then someone else in chat goes, oh yeah, and then you could always try this as well. Wait a second. And if we do that, that, and that, and combine it with this, glorious. I love it when things come together like that. All right, snowballs. Don't need you right now. Wait, what did I just pick up instead? Probably need you the least because I've got plenty of wood to make with. Okay. Actually, let's go and get the stuffs. Gear our inventory properly so that we've got... I'm not even sure what to do with quartz. Oh, that's pretty nice. It's one of those things I feel like I have a bunch of. No, but now I can't do anything with it. Great. I feel like I've got a bunch of quartz around. I've just never done anything with it. So let's offload some of... We'll keep the cobblestone and stone. Quartz, you can go there. You can go there. I'll just have to remember this is where I offloaded things. Yes, for now I just need stone to backfill. Just don't need the ladders or signs. Ed Sheeran, we always need Ed Sheeran. Actually, let's go back over here. Put the charcoal in this box with the other charcoal. We'll put the mushroom in the other one. Put the bones in there as well. We don't need the bones. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna grab a whack of stone over here. You can make quartz. Use the quartz to make quartz blocks. They look nice, but are expensive. Right. If you want to make a clock, I think. So we'll use stone to fill in everything. Cobblestone and stone to fill in everything up to the top level, at which point I'll add dirt. I want to have dirt as the top level on everything. Alright. Welcome to today's stream where it's just a ton of placing and farming. I mean, I know that's what a lot of Minecraft is anyway, but we'll get this done so that essentially when we get to the town itself, it'll be more exciting. I haven't decided when I'm going to do my first Discord stream yet, but I'm excited for it. Maybe I'll try to do a drawing stream for my first Discord one. Or we'll see. I haven't done one of those in a while period, so.
It's Tuesday!
It's Tuesday! Oh, that's great! Let's get the timer ready. Who did that? Aldebar? You're a super swell cookie. Thank you very much. Okay, get the timer ready. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Oh yeah, thank you Aldebar for using your 2,000 viewpoints on the Child of Tuesday. That is what I was thinking, Cosmic, having a slate with Naste. Oh, like twice? Okay, so once this is done, the party keeps rocking on this day. Doesn't matter what kind of neighbor calls to complain, we're keeping the party in full swing. Which is good because I just built some swings in the backyard, so we are ready. Oh, that's not the blocky meant to place. That's okay. But clearly we're just switching things up whether it was intentional or not. Oh, we have a floating ladder. That seems like a hazard. Oh yes, I forgot. You probably had a bit of delay and didn't see Aldebar's go in before yours went in. The brain. Oh, imagining this might be your first time meeting Eggman. This is Tuesday's child, so for 2,000 viewpoints, you too can hang out for lunch and dessert with Eggman. The only stipulation is you must supply both lunch and dessert, and Eggman will gladly eat it. Share in the yumminess. Ah. Well, this is a... So now I'm doing it backwards, so I need to fill everything to the same level and then work my way back up. And then work... Yeah, no, it's too bad that placing patio blocks was not this easy all the time, because this would be great. Or if I could work out just doing things like this. Oh, what sort of a workout did you do today, Eggman? Oh, you know, I just carried about 1,000 stone blocks on my back, and I feel pretty great. Okay, that was the timer for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, and now we have to go for another... Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Another 2 minutes. Please? Hello? Start. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, no, I feel really good about today's workout. I carried a backpack of thousands of meter by meter blocks of stone everywhere. And the guy at the gym would be like, oh yeah, I did that last week. What kind of blocks did you carry? If you're not carrying granite, then you're not doing it seriously. So then I took out my tally ho and I whacked him in the bottom. It's like, you know what? I'm carrying stones in a backpack. Doesn't matter what they are. That's pretty great thing to do. And that's one heck of a backpack. and not only that, you know, I'm flying with that stuff. So just because you're flying with granite doesn't mean like flying with... Oh yeah? You fly with your granite. I fly with gold blocks. That's the workout and a half. You know? And the calories you burn. My calves are huge. Look, they're as wide as my they're as wide as my thighs. That's from all the gold carrying. You big mouth gym goer. So I said, I hate your backpack, and then I ran away. But that's the sort of conversation you have at the gym, you know? A lot of flexing and backpack conversation. Yeah, I guess it's really more a body pack. Maybe it's just my pockets. I've got pretty great pockets. There we go. Oh, that's too high. Oh no, that's good, because the dirt is there. Dirt is there. Dirt is here. Dirt is a little bit everywhere. Okay. Cool, we have the timer done. So thank you to both Aldebar and Cosmic. Oh, looking underneath. Thank you both for using your 2,000 viewpoints on Tuesday, child. And thank you for using your viewpoints on Tuesday's child. Thank you both very much. Igmund, always a pleasure to have around. Alright. This is actually going in quicker than I thought it would, which is nice. So I'm gonna bring this all back up to, all the dirt back up to flat level. I don't know if I want it to be flat. I probably will. I'll probably make the entire thing super flat and then add hills back in afterwards. And yes, on the rare occasion this time I actually got the podcast link in before the stream. I was on the ball. So if any of you following Joel Duggan as well, you probably saw that he was already chatting about the Citadel Cafe. So he and I got together and chatted a little bit of older stuff that did some rewatching of things in preparation for new seasons of shows and movies coming out. And Joel is resubscribed to Crave. Plus we did a little bit of recording before the podcast as well, which may make its way into a Barista Cut. I'm not sure, for those of his patron followers who are Barista Cut level. It's funny I say that. I don't even know if it's the level's called Barista Cut. I'm a bad friend. It's funny, half the time when we chat, it's what we end up talking about before the stream starts could almost be podcast material. Not always, but sometimes it's like, man, we just chatted for 20 minutes before the stream about stuff that could have been in the podcast. So now we're going to probably start trying to record, basically say, hey, how's it going? Hit the record button? Yep. And then if we, no, that's too high now. And if we end up chatting about something that's worth keeping, great. If we don't, then we just delete that part of the recording. All but finding the efficiencies. Knock it off, Stone. You're going too high. Should probably take some time and fill in underneath all of these. Otherwise, they'll end up being empty pockets. And I don't like empty pockets. The only kind of pockets we like are full pockets. Pockets full of inventory, obviously, because I'm never not full of inventory. Really? I'm empty. More stone! Oh, wait. It's cobblestone. I should have used that further down. I like the top level to be stone. I don't know why. I just do. Storytime with Eggman podcast. I was actually thinking it'd be fun to do like little Instagram videos doing different voices, reading stories, but then I found out that it's just a random story. Alright, I'll start doing that on TikTok. That'll be my TikTok channel. I don't have anything on it. Be like, hey everybody, welcome. Today I learned something very awkward about my neighbor. I didn't. My neighbors are great, so it'd just be funny. The thing is, though, I don't even know, like... Yeah, it would have to be something like a podcast that has no visuals. Because, there'd be no visual for Igmund. No idea what Igmund looks like, and I was trying to figure it out one time. You know, what sort of graphic we would have for Tuesday's Child. Or an emote that we would do for Igmund. Like, Igmund goes to the gym. Fair enough. Just the randomness that is Igmund. It's almost too bad that you couldn't do audio clips on TikTok or Instagram and have it with the same sort of same expected results as you would as a video. Eggman got all beefed up today, you know. He was pretty good. I drank my powder of protein, and then we did squats. Like 7,422 squats. It was a new record. I beat it by 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 because I was halfway there and I fell over. I'll just release a new podcast every Tuesday. It's Tuesday. That's how they'll all start off. And they'll all only be like 5 minutes long. 5-minute podcast with Igman. I wonder if anyone would listen to that nonsense. Like, just sit down and go, all right, I'm going to catch up on my Tuesday podcast, starting with Igman, because I know it's only 5 minutes. That's funny. And then basically, like, it would be unedited, so it would just be me starting. And then just not shutting up until whatever the story is supposed to be finishes. That sounds fairly Igman. It could be all made up and make believe, or maybe just an Igman take on something that actually happened to me at work or something. Oh, cobblestone? Gosh darn it, that was not the plan. Who ordered the cobblestone? Who? Ned, was that you? Did you? I explicitly said no cobblestone. Can't take Ned anywhere. Just ended with, okay, I have to go. Butterfly flew past and stole my lunch. And it's not that they want to take it back, but beautiful butterflies. You can't not go after them. Okay, bye everyone. Alright, I think we're on to something. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do just one episode, just to see what people would think. Okay. Here, boy. Go catch your frisbee. But I would have to say, go catch a flying disc. Because frisbee is trademark. In recent news, Igman partners with Frisbee. Frisbee, the official sponsor of Igman's Tuesday's Child. What a weird conversation. Anybody who might be lurking for the first time, like, what is this guy going on about? Igman's take on something in real life. Interesting. Sounds like we've got a lot of show material already planned then. Dirt. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before on stream. Dirt is my has become my official Mario Kart swear word. For those of you who are parents and have had little ones in the past, or currently have little ones, you'll come to realize that, I mean, not that I was a huge potty mouth before, but if you like to swear in the past, you try to curb that swearing as much as possible when you've got little ones around. Or dare I say, good parents try to curb that. I mean, that's probably opening a whole other can of word conversation, so whatever. I'll take that back. For me, it comes up with, like, creative, I guess, words. And not that, darn it is a bad word, but as it was coming out of my my mouth when we were playing Minecraft one time. It was or what was it? It was darn it and oh yeah, combination of darn it and drat. And sometimes, like, even though it wasn't a swear word, my brain was processing it going, how is this coming out, Steven? And so I said dirt by mistake. And now it's that's what I say when I mess up in my Mario Kart. And if I really mess up, then it's bucket of dirt. And I don't know why, but when we're playing Hacky Sack and I mess that up, my go-to colorful world of choice is peppercorn. Couldn't tell you why. Maybe I was going to say poop once and decided I didn't want to be that guy, and peppercorn came out. All right, Aldebar, thank you very much for popping by, as always. Always a pleasure to have you here. And enjoy the rest of your day, good sir. Oh, it's getting close to noon, which means Mr. Aldebar is getting ready to do some streaming. So we will be doing the handoff. The great Aldebar handoff. Once we're done here. See if you find folks who get your day sort of planned around Minecraft. Because I'm going to be done in about 40 minutes. You can hang around and we'll hand off to Aldebar. Thanks, Cosmic. Sometimes stuff amuses me and I feel like it won't amuse anybody else, but I'm always need to get going to finish some homework. But no worries. Thanks for popping by, Imagining. Pleasure to have you here, and thanks for joining the Discord server as well. Much appreciated. And sometimes I say, or sometimes things pop into my head, and I'm like, that's hilarious. And you know, it's not always safe to assume that just because you find something funny means everyone will find it funny. Out of dirt. So it didn't take very long to fill that hole, which is pretty good. It bodes well for the other holes that need fillings. I mean, part of what I want to do is I'll probably take that all out again now that all of the I keep forgetting what the brown stuff is called. And drop it down to green, because I think it'd be nice to have all of this area around here green. Oops. Dirt. Dirt. Thanks, Cosmic. Oh, I have to build this all up to this level. It's one of those things that, like, when I say stuff, I hope people find it funny. But, you know, I realize there's no guarantee that whatever I think is funny is going to be funny. Shoot, I forgot I was going to fill this all into level 75. To make it flat out there. Alright. We laid down the dirt one level too soon. Yeah, we can do it like that. Whatevs. We're good. I guess the question is, should I make this all dirt? Like 2 layers of dirt? Or should I do stone and then dirt? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, it could be that I'm not funny, except for those who have similar sense to those who have similar senses of humor, and I'm just lucky to have stumbled across a lot of you. Alright, Firepith. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to take down this fountainy thingy here because we're filling it in. But I would like to recreate this at some point, because this is water mechanics magic. I think it might be fun to have in a fountain. Alright, so I think we're just going to go fill everything with dirt. Oh wait, is that 1 deep or 2? 2 deep. So this is... what is that anyway? Oh, it's nothing. I can't... wait. I would have to do that with Silk Touch? And what is that? I know it has a name. Podzol. Huh. Part of me would like to keep that. Are you Silk Touch? You are Silk Touch. I don't know if this is worth keeping. Is this worth keeping for anything? I like it, but I don't know what I would use it for. And does it spread well? Can I spread that with bone meal? I have all the questions right now. I'm going to grab some bone meal and find out. Funny, this song almost sounds like it could be a Minecraft song. Oh, interesting. I don't think I need... What don't I need on me right now? Jungle slab. I guess I don't really need jungle slab. I'm just curious. I'll come back and grab it. Oh yeah, I guess it would. That'd be good for paths. Probably. So you can't, you can't do bone meal on it at all. Oops. No. Oh, interestingly, you can. Oh. Forgot that you could use grass to make bone meal. Or I think you can anyway. Tall grass. Alright, we're filling in. Okay. I guess I never really planted it before, so it's not like I'll be at a loss for it. Fair enough. Okay, cool. It'll grow automatically with the spruce trees. I forgot that. I was trying to remember where it came from originally, but the reality is I didn't do anything to make it show up. It just showed up uninvited. Alright. We are going to have to move this stuff. Let's just place the chest up here for now. Oh, I didn't grab the chest. Right on. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll get... I don't think I have any empty... We're going to take this for now. We'll take this, load it up, move stuff. I'll do that here. Oops. Boop, boop. Cool. Looks like it's getting dark again. I don't remember what's in this chest. Not too... Actually, that's a wood-related thing. So what we'll do is we'll put... Come on, Steven. Click the right buttons. Too bad you couldn't... Is there no way to break a shulker box so that all the stuff spills out? That'd be handy. I know what I'm going to do. It's gonna make my life easier. Come on. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons right now. Inventory movement. So let it all dump in there. I guess it's not the quickest way, so we'll help it along. Oh wait, it's nighttime. Ha ha ha! No to breaking the shulker box. Alright. Thank you, Cosmic. Much appreciated. Here I am just standing in the... Yes! They got me. I beat you with dirt. I need the other skelly indoors. Hanging out inside there. Haha! Sneak attack. Alright, carrots. Now that I think of it. What's the better way to do this? I don't know. I don't know the best way to do this. That's just gonna take a while, and I need that ender chest. Or that shulker box, so we're not gonna do it that way. I was like, my goodness, what happened to it? I guess we could sort of... Nah. We'll have to do it like this and clean up afterwards. That's okay. I was just hoping there'd be a quicker way. That is pretty quick, all things considered. Still, I need the shulker box to bring things over there. Wait, that's it? I thought there would be more in there. I guess I would have cleared that out a while ago. Alright, that's cool. Move this over here. Hello? Oh, right, because that has the chest in it. I was wondering why I couldn't just grab a chest. Because I'm wicked smart, that's why. Let's go like this. There. Again, I don't need all of these snowballs, but there we have it. Indeed, I wonder who could have put that llama head there. Alright, put this back over here for now. I feel like I keep losing this. If I put it there, at least I know I've got it somewhere. Alright, and then we'll take down this part. Oh, man. More stuff? It was probably you. I think you're the You're the biggest killer, the largest cause of death to traders and llamas in the area. Right. Flowing water. No, I can't remember. I think we've got water source blocks all the way down. So we will get to the bottom of this. There we are. Oops. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today. I think I can, Cosmic. Or at least you are the greatest utterer of death threats to wandering traders and llamas. Fact. If not in the actual leading cause, the biggest threaters. The biggest threader. We need to take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Collect those goods. Accurate. Realizing now, of course, I need. Now that I've done that, I need to get this box again. Whatever this here box is called. The box of Shulker. All right. I'll go empty that last chest, and then we'll have the area cleared, and we can fill it in. Oops. Thought that was a shulker box at first. But nay, it is not. So place that there. We'll go boom. Resources are everywhere. Cool. And then we'll take you, but we can't take you. A button? We don't need the button. Great dirt, you stay there. Fine. I think I'm gonna place this one over here because it seems to be the one with the extra stuff. Can't think of the right word right now, but only scaffolding has the extra scaffolding, even though there's not an abundance of scaffolding. Oh, the torches, though. Didn't realize that's where they were. That's good. I should probably keep some of those on me. And then you... Actually, we'll just do this first. That's taken care of. And then box of shulker. We'll put you back over here. Excellent. Alright, I think that's enough sorting for now. So we'll put down le box of shulker. Today we are grateful for this boîte. The boîte of shulker. No, I've decided I do not wish to put any more stone down. We are going to fill this with dirt. Since we're at that point now where it's... it is getting down to the top layers. The top layers would most likely be dirt. Not 100% necessarily, but we're doing anyway. Dirt, 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 dirt. Excellent. Oh, for shame, I have not sipped much of my tea today. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. I'll have to think of that. So many things to think about. Igman podcast, sound effects. What I should do is actually just finish off the graphics and sound effects for stuff that I have already underway. Like I don't have a sound or graphic for. It's gonna be the perfect spot. I do apologize. I burped a little bit, and if that came through on the recording, I apologize. And please excuse me. Alright, here we go. Ah, there's some spots over here. Actually, that can stay. Did not. Okay, good. Cool. Alright, let's go and sleep. So maybe we'll actually be able to get this little area filled in, which would be kind of nice. I like that little lake, little pond there, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. So once we get to the town making, just placed a random block of dirt down there. Once we get to actually making the town, I don't know that would be whether it would work well with it or would interfere. So. There is a good chance it shall go away. It's the pretty song again. I keep forgetting this is every once in a while I think about just actually an overall plan for the town. I don't have an overall plan yet, other than the main strip that's going to come down like directly below. It's like from the stairs down. This is probably going to be kind of the main market. So everybody would come to the main strip for the market, and then the residential area would kind of branch off from there. And not that we need, one of everything in every town or village all over the Citadel, but it's one of those things. If it's a self-sustaining town, then it feels like it should have its own little blacksmith and its own this and that kind of thing. So I haven't figured it out entirely, but it is going to have its own charcoal farm, I think. There's part of me that doesn't like the idea of having my own charcoal farm because Alistair's is so close over in Dartmouth Meadows. But I've got a vine farm and he's got a vine farm. I think it comes down to just ease of access. If I need a vine farm, or I need a what do we call it, charcoal farm, I'll just make one. And sometimes I wish I had the brain to actually make my own automated farms. I've not dealt with redstone or villagers enough to even know how to do that. But it would be cool, so that if you're in the area and you're like, oh, I'm visiting, I can just go grab some food from this automatic thing and it's no big deal. As opposed to having to fly back to Dartmouth Meadows every time you need something. It's funny. A little beat in the song. I thought it was a noise. My cat was scratching at my door or something, but not the case. Alright, so we will definitely get this filled in to at least... Don't know if we'll get it all filled in to 75 level. We'll definitely get it brought up to 73. You know, that said, I just, at this point, because I've dug up so much, I assume I have all the dirt in the world. But there's a really good chance that I don't have as much as I think I do. So when I keep messing this up, I should actually just walk backwards. Less chance to mess it up. Any harm in you having an automated farms when you're... Yeah, exactly. Well, Fire Pith is going to help me take the vine farm that's in there, and we're going to try to figure out a way to fit it into a stair-shaped building. It'll be fun, because that way I can still have the vine farm. Yeah. Oops, out of dirt. So don't think the vine farm... Oh, did I leave? No, it's just andesite. I thought I left some glowstone. Or, not glowstone, some of that stuff. Glow lichen. Glow lichen. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have as much dirt as I think I do. Because I've got... You know, as soon as we get over here, we're getting into stone and stuff. Get stone until the cows come home. But... amateur hour. So from, I guess, going forward, you know, now that I've done this, I probably should have filled the entire thing with stone, with dirt on top. Oh well. We are going to be flattening out some other areas, so we'll get some dirt from that as well. Back of this away. Back of this away. Oops. Oops. How are we doing for time? Oops. We're doing all right for time. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be enough dirt, unfortunately. And I feel foolish for having spent so much of my dirt on 3 layers. It's alright, I'm gonna have to dig some cellars out as well. Okay. Good to know, Cosmic. Thank you. I'll level out what I can here first to bring it all to level 75, and then see where I am from there at that point. Wait a sec, you said they are in storage silo in Dartmouth Meadows. I don't actually think I know where the storage silo is. Oops. This song almost sounds like I think it's Doogie Howser or something like that, the opening theme song. That, not this part, but the first part. If I'm remembering correctly. It was a medical show of some kind, I just can't remember which one. I don't know why I took that one down. I do have to go one level higher. Placing dirt is a lot of work. Look at that. Hunger going down like crazy between the barn. Alright. Maybe I'll take a trip over there when I run out this time just to see. Little trips around Dartmouth Meadows are always fun on stream. Because and then if I learn something, Perhaps it's an area that other people haven't seen before. It's sort of weird not having the, maybe I'll only level it to here. No, because that's only to 73. I'll need to go higher. Alright, let's eat some foods. And then we will adventure off to Dartmouth Meadows briefly. Oops, let's try to fly. Trying to fly with carrots. Huh? Oh, I took my elytra off. Well, good thing I wasn't anywhere high. Forgot we did that for the ghast fighting. Ghast attack. No, the ghast busting, that's what we called it. Right. Right. Oops. Alright, put it on. Okay, there we go. Wondering why. I mean, a carrot is not a rocket, just saying. They're similar in shape, but not in beta carotene content. Oh my gosh. Ah! That was a waste of a golden carrot. Let's just use half the content. Ah! That's stupid. Between the carrot farm, seeing what you said. Between the barn and Anna's place. I guess I need to remember which one Anna's place is. Oh, come on, Steven. This thing? Or that. What is that over there? I didn't even know that was a place. Actually, I should go to sleep first. Okay, cool, thanks. Possibly one of my best landings ever. I apologize to all the chickens in the future, but one of these days, you gotta go. How does one get into this storage silo? Dartmouth Meadows block co-op storage silo. Dump the blocks you do not want. Grab the blocks you need. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. This would have made some things on my stream go so much quicker. Oh, I see. They're all at the bottom. Neat. Cool. Wait, do they go in from the top down? Oh, I knew this building was there? Had no idea what it was. Now I do. Thanks, Dartmouth Meadows. Once again, proved to be awesome sauce. Glide right on through. Not true. Realized I was coming in a little bit low, so we gotta up the level there, up the altitude, so we don't crash. Crashing's bad. Yeah, that's looking pretty spectacular there. Pretty pleased with that. Alright. Like I said, so we're going to finish taking this up to level 73, which shouldn't take too much longer. And it's going to be about that time. It's 12:25. Thanks, Cosmic. You know, every once in a while, I'm sure you've had big projects as well. You go, is this actually going in the direction I want it to? Reach various points of going, I'm not sure how I feel about this at this time. Oops. I hit that a couple times with this build. It just felt too big and overwhelming. Maybe that's not the right word. Ominous? No. Something about it. Every once in a while, there's a word that I can't think of that describes how I felt about this build sometimes. And if you know the word, that's the one. All right. Let me get this filled in. Yay. Cool. Oh! I'm not really sure which way is quicker, doing it this way or backing up while doing it. It seems to be roughly the same speed. Less chance to mess this up, I think. And I think there's no time actually taken to spinning around to place more, or to change direction, so. Oh, sorry, flowers. You'll have to be transplanted. They shan't be killed. It's just a temporary measure in order to get the landscaping correct. Yes. That's how it's got to be. Definitely going to have some flowers and gardens and whatnot in this area. Garden beds lined with stairs, obviously. Oh, run out? Not quite. Okay. Almost there. I think 4 more rows to go. What's that shape in front of me that I can see on the map? Or at least this. Oh, it's that right above me. Silliness. It's like I'm looking down and I don't see such patterns in the dirt. All right, cool. Actually, I think I'm going to. Do I have ladders on me still? I do. Cool. Then we'll just put. Just for now. This is looking pretty. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, I don't really necessarily want to level everything so it's 100% flat. But if we are going to have it so that the main drag, maybe that's what I'll do. Is maybe what I'll do is I'll clear the land around here. So the temple's at 75. Then the path will come along, then drop down a few stairs, and then, well, no, because there's all that area over there as well. Ugh. So that's just one of the things I need to do, is sort of take an inventory of what I want the town limit to be. What's going to be, or, you know, what's going to be in it in terms of trees and whatnot. So if I want to keep the hills in it, then that means some houses are going to be higher than others, and that's not necessarily bad because, you know, some towns just sort of take in the landscape. Oh, where did I go down that one? Must have done that one of those times I wanted to go for an adventure. Oh yeah, it all joins up. Nothing scary over here. But I don't know if I have adventured in all the places yet. I haven't. Wow. That was a short-lived adventure. So the map. This sort of looks like a. Huh. Interesting. This mini hill here. I haven't really approached this before in person. Not realizing that. Okay, this entire thing's coming down. Wait a second. Oh my goodness. We are definitely scoping this out at some point. Wait, was I smart enough to bring torches with me? I was not. Cool, we're going down there before we tear this hill down, that's for sure. Alright, Cosmic, if you want, we can, We'll do an adventure day one of these days. But I was thinking this, you know, from a distance, my brain was seeing this as the beginning of the hill that attached up to that one. I wasn't really paying it. Are those mushrooms right there? I mean, pumpkins? They are snow-covered pumpkins. Neat. And there's another. Oh my goodness, another area we can adventure down. Is that what that is? Nope. That's okay. Not area. Every area has to be an adventure area. Adventuring with Steven. Today, Cosmic and Steven are taking on the dark depths of the mountainside. Actually, how far back do I want this town to go? I guess I was originally thinking of having the river sort of outline the entire thing. But if I do that, that means we've got this mountain. Do we keep the mountain or do we take it down? That's a lot of mountain. Alright, things to consider. Future Steven's problem. But near-ish future Steven's problem. Oh, that's far enough away that I can't see the stairs. Interesting. Disconcerting. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. You know what? Let's just do that. Oops, just need some carrots too. I may regret that in the future, but right now it just seems weird being in the town of Asteria and not being able to see the stairs. And we are too far away from bed, so we best get there. It's actually 12:30 anyway, so we'll go back. Yeah, this is feeling a little bit slower. I love being able to see things at a great distance, but probably won't keep it at 48. Video, what about 36? How about we crash Minecraft? No? Okay, good. Oh, 36 seems way more manageable. It's not making this computer scream for help. Of course, I say that, but if I go back to Dartmouth Meadows, it'll probably be tearing up like crazy. Don't make me do it. Right? Oops. Let's close ourselves in. Alright, everyone, that's where I'm going to call it for today. For we have other things that we need to do around the house. Some adulting that needs to be done. Baseboards that have been neglected for far too long in the bathroom upstairs. So we're going to do that today. And hopefully get outside and enjoy the weather because it looks beautiful out. We should either take in a walk or make maybe some hacky sack, but regardless, this is where the stream's gonna end. Oh, thank you, Cosmic. I'm so glad to have. I was glad you were able to make it today. On a fun conversation. Interesting ideas about the future of Igmund. We'll have to see what that goes. Yeah, and thank you everybody for popping by. Thank you again, Aldebar, for the 100 bits for the science, and everyone for tagging along on the first ever gas busting adventure. That was that was fun. All right, folks. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to bow out. Hang tight if you want some more Minecraft, because we're going to hand off to Aldebar, where I'm going to have to do my usual sort of raid and run. But yeah, if you're not following Aldebar already, you should be. He's good people and does some very cool stuff. So love to you and fam as well, Cosmic. Always. All right, thank you everyone. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.